start with the ongoing teacher strike, which entered week 3 today, and the teachers' unions have vowed not to go back to work. The schools have remained deserted, with teachers vowing not to go back to work until the government undertakes saying they will stay put until they will not resume classes until their pay is increased. The president and his deputy have made it clear that the state is not in a position to implement the pay rise. Now, the union are this week stepping up their fight for higher wages and are vowing not to relent until their demands are met. We're now joined by our very own Michelle Ngele from our City Center studio. Michelle, what are the teachers' unions saying?
Well, Ben, first of all, it is a complete paralysis in schools across the country as teachers continue to down their tools in this third week of the strike. But the words by the president that the government will not pay the teachers have truly angered the two teachers' unions. And now the Kenya Union of Post-Primary Education Teachers, KUPPET, has come up with a program that will be followed to put more pressure on the government to pay the teachers. Now, this is a 5-day program covering the entire week, from today, Monday the 14th, up until Friday the 18th. And I will just take you through what the program entails. And today being the first day, the union expected that all secondary schools that have retained students send them back home as of 8 a.m. today. Now, we did go through several schools, and they have already started informing parents and guardians to come pick their children. And the second order of business is that they require that head teachers who have received show cause letters from the Teachers Service Commission hand them over to their county KUPPET executive secretaries, and these letters will be handed over to the national office for more action. And then later this afternoon, the teachers will be assembling at the different KUPPET branches across the country, armed with spoons and sufurias for a grand demonstration. That is only day one. Now, tomorrow, the first order of business will be a joint demonstration by NAT and KUPPET, as they say that they are together in this war that they must win, and that court orders will not be negotiated and must be paid. They say that the president and the executive is not above the law. But then again, tomorrow is a big day in this teachers' strike. There is a pending court case at the Labour Court between the Kenya National Union of Teachers and the Teachers Service Commission regarding the legality of the ongoing teachers' strike. Now, on Wednesday, there is expected to be national teachers' prayers in different churches across the country, and the teachers will be doing this while dressed in sackclothing, they say. Now, after these prayers, there will be an even bigger demonstration, but this demonstration depends on the outcome of the court ruling tomorrow. Now, should the court rule that the teachers' strike is legal, then there will be a national workers' strike in support of the teachers. This particular strike was called by KOTU and the trade unions of Congress of Kenya. Now, what this strike was called 1 week ago, and although the Federation of Kenyan Employers says that this particular strike will be illegal because the workers are engaging in a strike in support of a union that they are not party to, when you look at it constitutionally, this strike will be protected by the law because a strike notice was given 7 days prior to the strike as required by the Constitution. Now, what this strike will mean is a total paralysis in almost all sectors of the economy, Ben. We're talking no public transport, no electricity, and no water in pretty much the entire country. And so we really don't know if this will happen, but this is what is planned out in this KUPPET program this week. Now, on Thursday, the KUPPET officials will be writing letters to their county officials and taking to social media to pressure the national leaders to reconvene a parliamentary sitting of both the National Assembly and the Senate to discuss the issue of the teachers' pay. But remember, National Speaker Justin Muturi has ruled out any further calls by MPs to reconvene a parliamentary sitting to discuss the issue of teachers' pay. Now, on Friday the 18th will be the last day in this particular program. The union officials will be sitting down to look at the activities of the week, and should these activities not have bore fruit and the government still has not paid, then they will continue with another action plan for next week, and this will be the 4th week of this strike. And they say that this is a war that they must win. Ben.
Thanks, Michelle. It is a pretty comprehensive program by KUPPET. Now, one question, Michelle. Apart from saying that they don't have money to pay the teachers, the government has told the teachers, the striking teachers, to stay away from schools. There are reports of teachers going to schools where there was still some sort of teaching going on, and threatening to flash out those particular teachers and send students home. The government has said very clearly, stay off the schools. What are the teachers' unions saying about this?
Well, the teacher unions are unrelenting now. They say that they will not be cowed by the government. But what is happening, Ben, is that this strike was declared unprotected by law by the Labour Court. And what that means when a strike is unprotected is that the employer has the right to take disciplinary action against the employee. And this is why we saw the Teachers Service Commission issuing letters of show cause to head teachers, and the government also threatening to shut down several schools. Now, the teachers say they are not cowed at all. The government can shut down schools. The government can tell parents not to take the children to school. Whatever the case, they will not relent. Now, there are some schools who were still teaching at their candidates, class 8 pupils and Form 4 students, and the government now has told these teachers the teachers' unions have told these teachers to stay away completely. And the government, however, says that this is not the first time that national examinations are taking place in this particular condition. It has happened before. So even if the teachers do not go back to work, the national examinations will continue.
Gele has been following this developing story for us. She will continue to give you the lowdown as the teacher strike enters the third week, continue to disrupt the beginning of the third term. Now,